Part 44, Memorial, 3 of the 12th, 75 CE. Exodus 28:9. And you shall take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel. Exodus 28:10. 6 of their names on the one stone, and the names of the remaining 6 on the other stone, according to their birth. Exodus 28:11. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, you shall engrave the 2 stones according to the names of the sons of Israel. You shall make them enclosed in settings of gold. Exodus 28:12. And you shall put the 2 stones on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as stones of remembrance for the sons of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before Jehovah on his 2 shoulders for a memorial. A memorial of 2 statues to engrave the names of Jewish and Roman disciples. Exodus 39:6. And they made the onyx stones enclosed in settings of gold, engraved with the engravings of a signet, according to the names of the sons of Israel. Stones engraved like a seal with the names of disciples. Exodus 28:17. And they filled it with 4 rows of stones. The first row was a row of a sardius, a topaz, and emerald. 4 rows of stones were the first 4 Ten Commandments, Roman law. Names of the 12 disciples were written on 2 stones, 2 statues. Verse describes a statue of Aaron was constructed. But Aaron was an entity having 2 members, Andrew and Domitian. The names of 12 disciples were split into 6 Jews and 6 Romans. 6 Jewish disciples written on Andrew's shoulder, 6 Roman disciples written on Domitian's shoulder. Exodus 28:13. And you shall make settings of gold. Exodus 28:14. And 2 chains of pure gold, you shall make them twisted, a cordage work, and you shall put the chains of cords on the settings. Exodus 28:25. And you shall put the 2 other ends of the 2 cords on the 2 stones, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front of it. Exodus 39:13. And the 4th row, a chrysolite, an onyx, and a jasper. They were enclosed in settings of gold in their enclosures. Stones, Roman law, fastened to Andrew and Domitian's shoulders. 4th row meant the first 4 Ten Commandments of Roman law. There is no evidence that Jewish law was fastened. Deuteronomy 27:2 and 27:4. And in the day when you cross over the Jordan into the land which Jehovah your God is giving you, you shall erect for yourself large stones, and you shall coat them with plaster. Large memorials of Roman law. 1 Kings 18:30. Then Elijah said to all the people, "Come near to me." And all the people came near to him. And he repaired the altar of Jehovah, which was broken down. Joshua 8:30. Then Joshua built an altar to Jehovah, the God of Israel, on Mount Ebal. 75 CE, Titus rebuilt Temple of Jupiter Capitolinus. Joshua 8:31. As Moses, the servant of Jehovah, had commanded the children of Israel, as it is written in the book of the law of Moses, an altar of unhewn stones upon which no one had lifted up an iron tool. And they offered it burnt offerings to Jehovah, and they sacrificed peace offerings. 2 Chronicles 33:16. And he restored the altar of Jehovah, and he sacrificed it on its sacrifices of peace offerings and thank offerings. And he commanded Judah to serve Jehovah, the God of Israel. The temple of Jupiter was repaired. 3rd of the 1275 CE, Titus opened the temple. Joshua 8:32. And there he wrote upon the stones a copy of the law of Moses, which he wrote in the presence of the children of Israel. The law of Moses was the first 4 10 commandments, Roman law. Joshua 8:33. And all Israel and their elders and their officers and their judges stood on either side of the ark in front of the Levitical priest who carried the ark of the covenant of Jehovah. Both sojourner and native alike, half of them in front of Mount Gerizim and half of them in front of Mount Ebal, as Moses, the servant of Jehovah, had first commanded to bless the children of Israel. Last Testament was buried with Simon. New Testament carried from Palatine Hill to Mount Hor. Titus read Roman law. 1 Kings 18:31. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, to whom the word of Jehovah came, saying, Israel shall be your name. 12 stones were 12 disciples. 1 Kings 18:32. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of Jehovah, and he made a trench around the altar with a capacity of 2 measures of seed. 1 Kings 18:33. And he arranged the wood and cut the bull in pieces and laid it on the wood. And he said, fill 4 jars with water and pour the water on the front offering and on the wood. 1 Kings 18:34. And he said, do it a second time. And they did it a second time. And he said, do it a third time. And they did it a third time. 1 Kings 18:35. And the water went around the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. Joshua 4:7. Tell them that the flow of the Jordan was cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. Stones were the statues of Andrew and Domitian as a memorial. 1 King 22:42. Jehoshaphat was 35 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 25 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shiloh. 75 CE, Titus was 35 years old, and Domitian was 25 years old. 1 King 22:41. And Jehoshaphat, the son of Asa, began to reign over Judah in the 4th year of Ahab, the king of Israel. Jeremiah 36:1. And in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, this word came to Jeremiah from Jehovah, saying, 75 CE, Titus was king, 4th year, 71 to 75 CE. Jeremiah 36:2. Take a scroll book and write on it all the words which I have spoken to you concerning Israel and concerning Judah, and concerning all the nations from the day I spoke to you, from the days of Hosea, even to this day. From 10th of the 5th, 67 CE, to 3rd of the 12th, 75 CE, write the events of Roman-Judean war. This was writing of the gospel. Ezra 6:15. And this house was finished on the 3rd day of the month Adar, which was in the 6th year of the reign of Darius the king. 3rd of the 12th, 75 CE, temple of Jupiter completed. 69 to 75 CE, Vespasian was king, 6th year. Verse suggests that the memorial of Andrew and Domitian were completed in 75 CE. Ezra 6:16. And the children of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the rest of the children of the captivity, celebrated the dedication of this house of God with joy. Ezra 6:17. And they offered for the dedication of this house of God 100 bulls, 200 rams, 400 lambs, and for a sin offering for all Israel, 12 male goats according to the number of the tribes of Israel. It was feast and celebrations. Ezra 6:18. And they set the priests in their courses, and the Levites in their divisions of the service of God, which is in Jerusalem, as it is written in the book of Moses. New Testament given to priests for the second coming. Joshua 4:1. And when all the nation had completely crossed over the Jordan, Jehovah spoke to Joshua, saying, start of second coming from Rome to Israel. Joshua 4:2. Take for yourselves 12 men from among the people, 1 man for each tribe. Joshua 4:3. And command them, saying, take up for yourselves, and from here out of the middle of the Jordan, from the place where the priest's feet stood firm, 12 stones, and bring them over with you, and lay them down in the place where you lodge tonight. Joshua 4:4. So Joshua called the 12 men whom he had appointed from among the children of Israel, 1 man for each tribe. 12 stones were 12 disciples, or 12 tribes. Deuteronomy 4:40. Therefore keep his statutes and his commandments, which I am commanding you today, that it may go well with you and with your children after you, so that you may extend your days upon the land which Jehovah your God is giving you forever. Stones as statues. Keep 4 commandments. Roman law. 1 Kings 19:10. And he said, I have been very jealous for Jehovah, the God of hosts. For the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant, thrown down your altars, and slain your prophets with the sword. And I alone am left, and they seek to take my life. Jews rejected Roman law. Titus threw down old Roman altars. 15th of the 1271 CE, all Jewish prophets slain, only John survived. 3rd of the 1275 CE, opening of the Jupiter temple was the beginning of second coming.